We are being guided in a very strong way, in a Kali-esque way, to lick our wounds, quote unquote, our deep inner child wounds that need to be healed. Because if we only focus on our goals and power, being powerful in whatever way we choose to be, on this degree, we will be cut down by Kali. Hello, who's ready for some more insight, truth, symbolism, psychological profiling, and complementary gemstones of the Sabian degrees of astrology? The zodiac holds so many secrets. Today we're taking a look at Capricorn, Cancer15. Without further ado, let's jump into Capricorn first. In a hospital, the children's ward filled with toys. An angelologist explains the sacred hierarchies. A woman wearing a necklace of skulls. Candlelight glowing on a gold leaf screen in a dimly lit room. Butterflies and flowers appearing magically to comfort convalescence. The stone here is white howlite. Both stones will be in the description if you'd like to take a closer look. This is a stone of infinite patience. It brings new ideas into focus. It aids in achieving our ambitions and dreams. It has a soft, peaceful, calming effect, can help soothe an overactive mind, and boost memory. It improves dexterity. It helps relax us when we are communicating and expressing our emotions. We're touching back to the first step, which was an Indian chief claiming power over the tribe. We're being reminded again that if we only seek power, we leave destruction in our wake. And it's the children that can suffer. So there's a big emphasis on being careful and delicate, tender, taking tender care of our choices, of our intuition, because if we don't, we just leave a wake of destruction. A large emphasis on convalescing, a large emphasis on children and toys. If we have the attitude that I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there, that is a recipe for disaster, because we will be picking up the pieces. It may take a long time down the road, but there will be destruction. An ability to be very intuitive, be very clairsentient, so we can feel other people's emotions here and sense what's going on with them, and an ability to feel what we do to other people. There may be an overload of the information that we do get because it is so vivid. My dream was incredibly vivid. It was of a bear and it was of Kali, and I'm still trying to figure it out. That it takes a tenderness in coexisting in a social environment, paying attention to our actions, the effect, the long-term effect. We're looking into the future. So we're dealing with karma, an ability to tap into how the universe works structurally, how to get exactly what we want, how to understand what the angels are saying. There's a lot of awareness here, but it is still veiled. We are being guided in a very strong way, in a Kali-esque way, to lick our wounds, quote unquote, our deep inner child wounds that need to be healed. Because if we only focus on our goals and power, being powerful in whatever way we choose to be, on this degree, we will be cut down by Kali. And it will keep coming back around until we embrace our fears, we feel them, and we heal them at a very deep level so that we can release them. Otherwise, we will never get to see the secrets of the universe. We will never get to feel our full power to lead in this lifetime in a way that is fulfilling, the way it's meant to be, that feeling of paradise, that feeling of balance. We're looking for balance here, but the way to get it on this degree is to really admit what our fears are and nurse those in a tender way so that we can move forward in power and in light, in forgiveness of ourselves, forgiveness of those who've harmed us, and forgiveness of ourselves, because ultimately, no matter what happened to us, we're the ones that carry the wounds, and we're the ones that have to heal them and release them. Let's take a look at Cancer15. A group of people who have overeaten and enjoyed it and fallen asleep. A man in an air-conditioned space suit crossing the desert. A boarded-up doorway that leads to another realm. A man seeing through veil after veil of illusion. The stone here is Vesuvianite. It is calming. It releases pent-up anger and negative emotions. It is particularly healing for the heart and the digestive system. It helps us find balance in emotions, helps us think level-headedly by clearing repetitive negative thoughts. It stimulates clairsentience. It heals past life issues, helps connect to the higher self. It also aligns us with our heart's truest desires. Right off the bat, this stone is speaking very clearly to Capricorn 15. That's one reason I like taking a look at the opposite signs, and the stones that I mention work on the axis as a whole. So even though this is a Cancer stone, it could absolutely work on Capricorn, and I think it would be really helpful to meditate on. This degree is also about embracing our emotion of fear and moving forward anyway, moving forward slowly, like a man in a spacesuit who is hermetically sealed from all the elements, and knowing that can proceed slowly to their goal. Definitely a question of, should I stay or should I go? Do I deal with my fear? Do I walk through that doorway that's boarded up? The answer is yes, because it will always be there. It will always be calling us, and until we go through it, we will not be happy. We will not be satisfied. There's a determination and a tenacity here. This is very Cancer-like in that we want to feel safe and secure, yet we also want to explore. So this is the intrepid explorer talking their way through a difficult situation. And the message here is that we are always provided for. If we know that we are, we always are. And if we always seem to hold back a little bit, then we know that we're safe. And one time in my life, it was, right before my fiance, at the time he was my fiance, had a heart attack. And it was a massive one. I almost lost him. And it was a difficult period for me, incredibly. I was talking to a woman who was so psychic. I was talking with her on the phone. Something that I said triggered something in her, and I picked up on it, where she sensed, oh, you're about to head into a storm. Like, she didn't say that, but she kind of did. She said, one thing that I do is always have some money tucked in my wallet. That way I know, no matter where I am, I have a way to call someone or get whatever I need and be okay in the moment. That is a major lesson of this particular degree. To have some nourishment at hand, even if it's a small amount, but have the courage to keep moving forward and go into the unknown, because we are always protected. If we know that we're always protected, we're protected. To visualize yourself being hermetically sealed in a spacesuit or a helmet. My mother used to say, I'm in my pink bubble. it's whatever it takes for you to feel safe in the moment. And it's different for everyone. So, you know, make up whatever it is and see it, and it is there. And you can go through anything, and you will always be sustained, because the universe does always provide for us if we think it does. So we must think that it does. Here it feels like there's a real need for faith, a real need for talking ourselves down off the ledge. There, I think, can be a habit of repetitive negative thinking. And the stone talks of that, Vesuvianite. If you find yourself repetitively going around and round in this awful circle in your head, stop and be silent until you move past that, and then you take another step. That's a technique if that's an issue. Also, having a little money tucked in your wallet all the time so that you feel safe. Do the little things that make you feel safe here, and it goes a long way. If we cocoon ourselves off, we become stagnant, we could become sick, we become bitter, you know, all those things can happen. And what we really want is to explore. We want to go forward. We want to be in touch with our highest self, take the high road, but it requires courage, and you've got to talk yourself through it on this particular degree. There's an ability here to see through veils of illusion. That means you're probably going to encounter many veils of illusion, and there's a way through each step. We're meant to unburden ourselves from those negative thoughts, from scars of the past on our inner child, so that we can move forward and have expanded consciousness. To see ourselves as the oasis. If we're in the desert, if you're in the desert, then you're the oasis. Just like, you know, if you're in the dark, you're the light. This is the oasis. The water is within. Always go within, meditate, be silent. Meditating on being the oasis brings it to you. The need to materialize things can become a focus of the ego that is totally destructive. This is the crux of this axis, is the need to manifest, materialize things. And it's here, but the way through here is to unburden ourselves of our pain and our fear and our negative, repetitive thinking. Anything negative, we're meant to wash it out. Wash it out like white linens that you bleach and you hang it out to dry, let the wind go through it. That's the cleansing we're going for here. An interesting degree. I thank you guys so much for being here, for liking and commenting and subscribing if you'd like for more information. Till next time, take care.